Good morning, Yankee peeps. What's cooking? How's everybody doing? Sean, good morning.
Good
Sean
morning.
in the house. How's everybody doing? Going to be warm in New York City today, people. About 50 degrees. That's a heat wave here in New York City. So how's everybody doing? And looking forward to another big day here on Mania as at 10 o'clock. We are going to have WFAN reporter, of course, extraordinaire, Peter Schwartz, a friend of mine. We did some things years ago, and we are definitely looking forward to speaking with Peter and talking Jets, Yankees, Mets, whatever you want to talk about. Peter's been involved with sports for many years. So a lot going on here, and so we're looking forward to a beautiful day, and it's brought to you by Nitin and his sports team. Also, tomorrow we're going to have probably the best play-by-play man in the universe right now, and that is Iron Eagle, the Brooklyn Nets broadcaster. Again, brought to you by you-know-who, Nitin and his sports team. Brought him in for us. So a lot happening, everyone. Thank you for coming to the boat streams yesterday. We had a problem with the first one. George killed it. He did a great job for us, and then because nobody could type anything except the creators. So then we did a second stream, and you guys knocked it out of the park. You guys were awesome, and I really appreciate that. Press the like button, everyone. And of course, subscribe. It's really important now as we're getting down to the nitty gritty with a lot of things going on. We want our show pushed out there more and more, and some good results are happening. So first of all, Sean, I have two shorts out this morning. I'm hoping people go out and go and check it on YouTube. One is save money on Eat Cheap. Save money, put it in your pocket for that vacation. That's number one. The dish could go a couple of days. You could eat it one day, then take it to work maybe 2 days later or whatever. It's a wonderful dish. Go check it out. And I also put a short out on a potential rumors that are going around about Big Bo. Don't sell short that he may go to the Anaheim Angels. So that's another thing to think about. Waiting in the wings right now. If he's ready and gives me a thumbs up, we can bring him up. The master plaster of all of our guests, Nitin, are you ready to come up? Yes, no, maybe. No, he's not giving me the thumbs up yet. So guys, let's just move on. What do you think about Bo Bichette and possibly going to the Angels rumor?
I mean, that's a wild card rumor, but more power. If Bo goes there, that team might turn around. And Trent, Mike Trout might actually get some help.
Yeah, I agree with you 100%. I totally agree with you. I think that it would be a good move for the Angels, a good under the radar move. I think that would be great. And we're getting the thumbs up from the one and the only. Now he disappeared. I love when that happens. That drives me up the wall.
He probably went to go get his orange juice.
He had to get the orange juice, so he had to do his Medipack. He had to do something. I want to say good morning to Ken, JT, how you doing, Jeff, and Kevin, and Teresa, Richmond Valley Pharmacy. How is everybody doing? We're getting the thumbs up again. Let's try this again.
Good morning.
There he is. Oh, my God. He's in the flesh. How you doing?
What's up, Sean? What's up, Joe? How you guys doing?
All right.
I'm doing all right.
How you feeling, boy?
What's up, everyone in the chat? Yes, I'm taking my Z-Pack later on today. I gotta be consistent at the time, so I'm gonna take the Z-Pack later today. But good morning, everyone. What's up, everyone in the chat? Get your questions ready for Peter Schwartz. My team and I booked him for 10 a.m. Eastern today. He'll be joining Sean and Joe. So, guys, get your questions ready for him. And also tomorrow, my team and I also booked Iron Eagle at 10 a.m. Eastern. So get your questions ready for him too. That'll be a two great streams. So, guys, stay tuned. And shout out to everyone yesterday for joining both streams. And obviously, George killed it in the first stream by himself, and we all did a great job in the second stream last night. So, a lot of things happening. And tonight, guys, tune in tonight. Tonight is our Job of the Mouth show. We're gonna have Tim Witherspoon on our show tonight. So I booked Tim Witherspoon for our Job of the Mouth show today. Originally, it was supposed to be John Minch, but he had to reschedule. So, what's up, Charles? Welcome to the chat. JT Ken from The Ugly Truth. So tonight we're having Tim Witherspoon on our show. So please tune in into our Job of the Mouth show at 7:30. Johnny Salami in the building. What's up, Johnny? We miss you, bro. I hope you're doing good. Don't work too hard. But he said, good morning, Joe, Sean, Nathan, and chat.
Good morning.
Good morning.
He's asking, will the Yankees finally make a move today?
Well, look what JT is saying. Joe, I'm calling it today. The Yankees are making a move today. Yeah, they're going from Steinbrenner's office to Brian Cashman's office. That's a move, right? Just kidding.
No.
I'm in a good mood today. I have my
maybe
on, who I haven't seen in about 20 years.
All right, maybe today.
Blah, 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 blah. But Nitin is getting better, and that's a good sign. You know, everyone, we just keep talking and talking and talking about the Yankees. I mean, it's like if we would have said this around the trade deadline, we would have all said we're all nuts. We're all nuts. Yes, we are having Iron Eagle on the channel.
My team and I booked Iron Eagle for the show tomorrow, so tune in.
And that is a new person. I'm going to call you B079. So
welcome to the chat.
Welcome to the chat and subscribe, please.
Please subscribe to the channel.
Appreciate it, especially with Nitin getting all of these guests, him and his team all the time, and we have so many shows. It's even hard to keep up with it. But we will promote. We're going to tell you about every show. Now, tomorrow night, guys, 8 p.m., our NBA review show with Nitin, with Chef Nick, and with Evan. So that please, by all means, by all means, come to it at 8 p.m. Please subscribe to the channel. We really appreciate it. We have a goal. 1,000 subs by Yankee opening day. We can get there, folks. Let's get to 700 and keep going. We've been on since the middle of May. So a few new people that are on here right now, please subscribe, press the like button, go to our shorts. We'd really appreciate it. And Nitin, the B079 says that is a great guest.
Yep.
And I know he's one of my idols, no question about it. And Johnny Salami says, please subscribe to this great community. And so does Bronx Bomber. Whoa, everybody's in good spirit. Let's go, Yankees. Let's go, Yankees. Let's hear it, guys. Come on, I want to hear it.
Go, Yankees.
Let's go, Yankees.
Let's go,
Yankees.
Come on, baby.
Let's go, Yankees.
I'm psyched. Come on, baby. Let's sign a free agent. Let's make a trade. Let the Yankees back into this world.
Breaking news.
It's about time.
It's right in front of us.
Mr. Aaron Boone, our partner, our friend. It's right in front of us, darn it. It's right in front of us. Well, it's not right in front of you if we keep losing in the playoffs.
Right. And Cashman, do you want the Bronx cheer or the Bronx jeer?
Well, I'm telling you right now, they really deserve a lot of the things that we do on this show, and you know what that is.
Bozo.
Thank you Thank you very much. Thank you. Appreciate it. Now, time today. We're a good bunch of we are the best. This is a great channel. Not only do we do Yankees, we do basketball, we do everything, football, we do entertainment, we sing, we have singers here, we have special shows, we have subscription show. If you subscribe to the channel, we're going to have a private show for you coming up in the next few days. So there's a lot good cooking on YankeeMania. Also, for the new people that are here, you don't know, we are going to do the play-by-play of the Super Bowl. And Evan, our morning guy who's on vacation, well-deserved right now, will be calling the game. And then during halftime, we're going to have a great show, everyone, with Maria Venuto, who's our singer-entertainer. She sings all over the world, and we're lucky enough to have her. And Chef Nick with all of the different, with the recipes. Matter of fact, I put a recipe out this morning. Yeah. Save your money. Save your money. I'm not going to tell you what it is. Go to it. And on YouTube, and it's called Just Save Your Money. It's Cheap Eats, Eat Cheap. Go to it, press the like button. It'll take you a minute. It'll take you no more than 5 minutes to prepare it. It'll take you about an hour and a half to cook it in the oven. But let me tell you, in Italian, bellissimo, if you do it, and you will have 2-3 days worth of food. So go to that. And I'm going to put out more because I also cook. I'm not a chef like Chef Nick. I do a lot. I learn from the best in my family. So I'm telling you guys, go do it. You can put the money aside. Then you want to go buy more Yankee tickets. You want to go on that vacation. You want to go on a cruise. Well, guess what? You say, oh, I forgot I have money in my kitty. And you take a look. You got over $1,000 in there. And then, of course, I get 20% of the 20% of the profits, of course, because I'm the one that told you to do that. And I'm taking my own. I'm doing the same thing.
Bellissimo, right?
Bellissimo.
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 Bellissimo. Attendo tu. Oh, we can't sing that, you know. We'll get copyrighted. I don't want to do that. Just
it's all right.
Good. How do you do?
Doing. How do you do, folks? And our guy here sounds like you all should start making his meals at home too.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. JT, you got it. This team is championship team according to Boone. Yep, it is.
Yeah.
Pan recipes are the way to go. You got it, baby. You got it, Ken, from the ugly truth.
There's no cooking like home cooking.
What's good cooking? Good looking? Remember that saying? You know,
oh, yes.
No, seriously, guys. Are the Yankees, is JT going to be right today? Let's take a poll. JT, are the Yankees going to make a move today? Let's go. Sean.
Yes.
Whoa! Oh my God! Get Mike and the Mad Dog on the show. Why, we're not good enough? Who cares about Mike and the Mad Dog?
What about Stephen A. and no?
What about listen,
Stephen
guys.
A. Smith and Mad Dog? They go at it too.
Yeah, we could try Stephen A. Smith. We did.
Stephen A. would be. Can you imagine him and me would be doing an Italian dance?
We did an event with Stephen A. Smith at Rowan University.
Yeah.
Yep.
So now let's hear this right. So B079, you're doing everything here in the chat. Would you do us a favor and subscribe?
Yeah, please subscribe.
We really appreciate it.
Please subscribe.
We'll forgive you. Go off for 1 second. Just press the subscribe button and come back in and let's have some fun because we're going to have a great guest. Now, I'm not always this crazy. I'm just having a little fun with everything because, you know, sometimes you need to have a little fun. Hey, here he is. Hey,
what's up, Armandus?
How you doing, hey? Welcome. Happy New Year to you. Happy New Year to you. Happy New Year. Oh, I have been subscribed for a while. Oh, okay. Thank you. Well, subscribe again. It won't. No, just kidding. Yankees are content at things that it's a little scary. Yeah, I know. You're right. Well, we're going to ask Peter Schwartz. When Peter comes up, we're going to get his take and see what he has to say with all this.
To answer JT's question, I don't see them making a move today.
Boo!
I mean,
you Debbie Downer.
You never know. Anything can happen, but I don't know. It's gonna be interesting. Sean, did you answer yet or no?
Yeah, I did. I said yes.
I'm
not gonna try and say what the move is.
I think they're gonna make a move by next week.
I'm telling you, Cashman and Steinbrenner are gonna change rooms. That's a move.
I think they're gonna make a move by next week, Joe.
All right, maybe by the Super Bowl. Who knows?
What do you think?
Or maybe
the Super Bowl, or I don't know. I mean, I'm confused as anybody. I'm so tired of saying the same thing over and over again.
But what do you think? When do you think they're gonna make a move?
Well, I like JT's thing. I would tend to like it today. I really do. I really, really do. Let's see what Bronx Bomber has to say. Yankee fans are too content with the Yankees doing nothing. They are not going to pay a big contract out. I don't know if they're content, Bronx, but what are they going to do? We're in their mercy. What can we do aside from the fact that don't renew your season tickets? That's the only thing you can do.
And they're going to realize that fans don't want to come anymore to watch this product on the field. Because I hope
yesterday's clubs, Marlins and trade makes the trade market defrost, and the other teams start to make trades. All right.
The front office is going to start realizing that the fans don't want to come back. They don't want to see this product, the same product every year on the field, and they expect changes on and off the field. So they expect the winning team, and if the Yankees don't do that, they're going to start realizing that all the season ticket fans are going to be, they don't want to come back. So,
I mean, why would you want to pay the equivalent of your rent?
Yeah.
For a game where the team's not having a good product on the field?
Yeah.
I mean, yes, Aaron Judge is a generational super talent, and Giancarlo Stanton's a generational guy, and so is Cole. But other than that, if you ain't got consistent, good quality product on the field, why are you going to spend about $1,000 for a ticket? Plus, you're spending like $50 for food.
Yeah.
Plus, drinks, and then transportation. That's another whatever.
And Charles brings up a good point. They're wasting Judge's years, and they're wasting Garrett Cole's prime years also.
Yep.
Especially Judge's prime years. But I love JT's passion today. I say trade today, make a room for free agent signing. I'm stirring the pot, baby. That's what I like. I like your passion, JT. You get into some confidence. There you go.
We could trade the Minias.
We could trade all of their YankeeMania. I don't think it'll make a difference. I mean, I'm really upset. I'm upset and I'm confused. I just don't understand it. I really, rent more like my mortgage payment or for these games. Yeah, you're right. And at least they can do is put together a great product. And right now we're a okay to good product. We're not a great product. And people that think we're a great product right now, I feel sorry for you because you're in for a big letdown. I'll be honest with you. Do you know how many things have to go right for the Yankees with this team right now to succeed? It's just too many holes. It's too many. Yeah,
that's why the team. Remember yesterday we went over the team. We went over how they will do if the team was constructed now. I say that with all the young players coming up, whoever's ready in the minor leagues, I say that. I mean, the Yankees are a third place team, fourth place team best with the team now.
possibly last.
Yeah.
You know, who
Possibly.
knows? Who knows?
Who knows? And then also,
Yeah, go ahead.
well, I said last night, I said that if they were gonna go with whatever the team and bring up the young guys, they got to change their philosophy at the plate.
Yep.
And also they gotta like just let them play. And if let's say they struggle for 2 months, you pull them down, grab your guy that's ready, hot in the minors. You give them a great shot, consistent shot. No yo-yo. Don't yo-yo the prospects.
I
Yeah,
agree with you.
Johnny says, as things have been run in the past 15 years, I don't see Judge getting a ring. That's true, Johnny. Because until they improve the roster, I don't think they're going to win the ring.
And now, according to Chris Kirshner,
Yeah.
he's saying it's quite possible discussions for Gore are going to heat up.
Oh man,
I don't like that at all.
Well, that almost sounds like
I
when
don't
we
like
got
that at
Kevin
all.
Brown.
I would rather have Freddie Peralta at this point.
Yeah. Ken says the Yankee fan base has been calling, let the kids play. There are elements of the farm who could be real contributions to MLB. Flashy signing or build the next dynasty like the 90s.
I like this, but we have some prospects that are ready, but the problem is the Yankees have a checkbox with all these prospects until they call them up, and they're going to ruin Dominguez's potential. They're already ruining Spencer Jones, kind of. If these prospects are ready to play, then play them. That's it. That's all. They don't. Why do the Yankees need a checkbox? All these other teams, with their prospects, they call them up when they're ready right away, and they sign them. Like the Red Sox, they call up their prospects and they sign them to contract extensions because they believe in their prospects. The Yankees, I don't know what they're trying to do. As people call Cashman prospect huggers. What's the problem? Then if they're ready, then if they believe in them, then play them. That's the thing, and they don't do that. They eventually ruin their value, which is not. It's been horrible for the Yankees.
I mean,
when they do that,
with Dominguez, some of it he didn't take full advantage of the opportunities he was given, but injuries robbed him. When he first came up. And then it took a while for him to come back. But then the other thing is he had two, like last year, he struggled, but there was two players. He struggled defensively, but Grisham and Bellinger were playing out of their minds.
Yeah.
So that limited his playing time.
I'm gonna show Ken's short from yesterday, Joe.
Yeah.
I'm gonna play this for you. Hold on. Wait, which one was it? Okay, this one.
Can the Yankee farm system fill the 2026 roster needs? 4 such players that I'd like to consider. Nick Torres was the 2025
Guys, I don't know if you can hear.
MVP for the Mexican.
Yeah, we can hear him.
His average was 347, 27 home runs, and 79 RBIs across 86 games. Does Torres' skill set translate to the major leagues to possibly be a first baseman? Recently, the Yankees have been in trade talks, possibly bring in another starter. Could that impact starting pitcher already be on our roster? Yankees number 3 prospect, Elmer Rodriguez, made the jump from high A to double A and finally ending up at triple A last season. Rodriguez features a fastball that is in the upper 90s, as well as a curveball, slider, and splitter in his arsenal.
Mm-hmm.
The Yankees have a need to add bullpen help. One ideal candidate could be Carlos LaGrange. LaGrange is one of the highly touted prospects. He has an exceptional fastball and slider. He is listed as the future closer for the Yankees. Could we bring him up with his current skill set? And could he be an effective major league reliever?
Yeah.
Could Spencer Jones be Cody Bellinger's replacement? Last season in the minors, Jones had a 274 batting average, an OBP of 389, a slug of .594, and an OPS of .984. Drop a comment and let me know what you think. Can the Yankee farm system fill the...
Okay, there.
Okay, and our star of the show is waiting in the wings.
You can drop me now.
And we'd definitely love to bring him in. I have not seen my friend, I'm even embarrassed to say, almost 30 years. And this is such a great thrill. And we're going to bring up Peter Schwartz right now of WFAN. And I am very, very excited for this interview. There he is, Peter.
Hey, Joe, how are you?
30 years, Peter. 30 years. We just look younger.
Yeah, it's been a minute, hasn't it?
How you doing, Peter? My God, it's been so long. I know you've had a great career. You've done a fantastic job. And everybody from when we were together give their love to you and your family.
Well, I appreciate that, Joe. It's been a long road, 36 years doing sports in New York, and very excited about things that are still to come for me, and also obviously very gracious and proud of the things that I've accomplished so far in my career.
Well, tell us about it first. Well, first of all, Happy New Year, and to you and your family, to your everybody involved. I hope you have a wonderful and a wonderful New Year, and of course everything that you strive for, which you deserve. You are always a great friend. You're always there for us, and kudos to you. When you never forget someone, you know they have an impact. You always had an impact with me, not only with some radio stuff, but Sports Phone. Think we lost him for a minute. All right, let's hope. Oh, there he is. Okay. Yeah. Not only with radio, but with Sports Phone. But thank you again for coming on. This is a real thrill. Tell us what's been going on and what's new in the life of Peter Schwartz. Go take it away.
Well, obviously still at WFAN, despite all the upheaval that has gone on there over the last few weeks. Despite rumors to the contrary, because I've had some people reach out and say, well, sorry to hear you're no longer at WFAN, which is completely not true. I'm still there. I still fill in, doing updates on Boomer and Geo, and I'm still going to obviously be in the mix to host a show once in a while. But obviously everyone knows by now that WFAN has stopped doing the top of the hour updates. So that has obviously affected a lot of people, and most people that were involved with that and the sports radio network were all let go. So that's very unfortunate, and it's just a sign of the times in the business. But I'm still at the Fan. I'm still there. I'm still doing my Islanders content for WFAN's website. So I'm very grateful that that's still going to be in play for 2026. And some of the other things that I'm doing right now, I'm still I host my own podcast, Sports Bash, which is Tuesdays and Thursdays at 1:00 on YouTube and Facebook. So we launched that project a couple of years ago as a radio show at a Long Island radio station, and a little over a year ago we brought it to Governor's Comedy Club in Levittown on their podcast network. So we do that on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 1:00. So we're excited about that. And now with a little more time on my hands, we're going to try and grow that into a full-time, Monday through Friday. So we're working on that. I just started working for a soccer team out here on Long Island, American Soccer Club of New York. They play in the National Premier Soccer League, which is kind of like, if you wanted to compare it to baseball, it would kind of be like a single A kind of thing, but some really talented players on our team, and I'm excited to be part of that, doing some PR for them and website stuff and sales. I'll be their PA announcer, so busy with that, and writing for Greater Long Island here on the island. So you know me, Joe, a long time. I'm never not busy for a few minutes, despite everything that goes on. I'm always doing something.
Oh. You with us, Joe?
Did we lose Joe?
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, there you go.
No, I'm here. All I heard was you know me for a long time, and then you cut off.
Oh, well, you know me for a long time, and I'm hardly ever not busy. So I'm always doing something.
Well, I mean, the work that you've done has just been incredible, Peter. I don't know how we lost touch in so long, but I'm so glad if we could be of any help or service to you, Peter. We're here. I started this in May, and we're growing the channel, at a nice pace. We have different shows. We have entertainment shows. We have singing. We have cooking. We have, of course, Yankees. This year, we're going to have a full slate. Play-by-play Yankees. We do Game of the Week. We're also going to do the Super Bowl. We're going to have a halftime entertainment show. So there's a lot going on. And Peter, if you're available for some of those gigs, I would love to have you.
Well, the last thing you would want me to be on is a singing or a cooking show. So, I mean, if it comes to sports, I'm fine with it. But as you know, when I try to sing, my wife has a great line. That's why I talk on the radio, not sing. So you definitely don't want me, unless you want me to talk about Billy Joel, I'll do that. But like, you don't want me singing or cooking. So, but anytime you need me,
that's cool. That's cool. Well,
yeah.
no, like I said, it could be anything. No, but that's great. Now, what is the name again of your podcast? And it'll be today at 1:00.
Yeah, Sports Bash. So we do it Tuesdays and Thursdays at 1:00. And we've been really fortunate, and thankfully with my 30-something years in the business, I've got a pretty good Rolodex. And people still call it a Rolodex. It's just numbers on my phone now. But we've been pretty lucky to get some pretty good guests on the show. Today we're going to talk about the NFL playoffs. Jason Logan from Covers.com. I'm not much of a gambling person, but it's obviously pretty big right now. So we have Jason Logan from Covers.com is going to come on and talk about some of the trends for the games this weekend. But we've been pretty fortunate to get guests, pretty big names. Carl Banks was on recently, and I've had Pat LaFontaine on the show, some other former current Islanders and Jets, and Sean Avery on the show, the former Ranger, not long ago.
Yeah, sure.
I tell you something. In the couple of years I've done the show, he might be a top 5 guest because he was hysterical. I don't know if you guys have ever had him on, but he had written a book recently. He combined with another writer on a hockey romance book, and I have to tell you something. It was the funniest 25 minutes that I've ever spent with a guest because he was so freaking hysterical. And I'm looking forward to having him on again, this time just to talk hockey, but he was great. So we've been pretty lucky with the guests that we've had on the show. And again, we do it 2 days a week. And the intent is, we're going to try to grow it, get some more sponsors so we can do it 5 days a week.
Oh, that's great. Well, we'll be pushing for you. And I'd be more than happy to help you out. We have a pretty big community. We send things out. So I'd be more than happy. I do it, for quite a few people. Some of the guests we've had on, also our singer, Maria Venuto, who goes all over the world. She does a lot of things. Also, she goes on ships, on cruises and all of that. So if we could be of any help to you, just send it to us. I'd be more than happy. I subscribe to you. You subscribe to me, and we go get them.
There you go. There you go.
And I'm interested, before we get into anything Yankees, Mets, whatever. So how did you hook up with Nitin? Because Nitin is one of the best.
He's been a real good friend in a very, very short amount of time. It's just an online, It's funny. I talk to my kids about this, and I talk to people who I work with, and when you talk about social media, the way that it was intended is not the way it has turned out in a lot of ways. In a lot of ways, especially on Twitter, it's become kind of a cesspool for very, very unhappy people living in their parents' basements, like hammering out stupid things. But the intent of social media was exactly like what we're doing is to share the work that you do, develop friendships and relationships with people in your industry. At least on Facebook, it was a matter of reconnecting with family members and people I went to school with. So the intent on social media was supposed to be really good. In a lot of ways, it turned into a cesspool. But I got hooked up with Nathan on social media. He started, following me and my work, and I actually had him on Sports Bash not long ago. He was a guest on my show. So
Nice.
yeah, he hooked me up with a couple of guests on my show as well. So it's been a nice friendship and partnership with him. Yeah, he is the GOAT.
Yeah, I met him like middle of July. We were like 2.5 months into the show, and he took a really good leap with us, and I can't thank him enough. And because like I said, and actually they do a couple of shows here. I'm looking to start some type of hockey show. I need a guru on that. So again, there's so many things that can be done, but we're really hopping, and
Yeah.
if we can help each other, Peter, you were there for me. If I can be there for you, I will definitely help you.
Well, I would definitely appreciate that, and absolutely, that, Joe. Anytime you need me, I feel bad because we were supposed to do this a few other times before, and again, like my schedule sometimes gets a little hectic. Like in a matter of a second, it can change. So,
I told Nitin what we got to do is we got to bring the three amigos, you, me, and Howie Carpin. We've got to have a show. Howie's been on a few times, and listen, you guys are aces to me. And I'll tell you, the other person that the people here would love is Pat Harris. He just lost his life, by the way.
I know. I just saw that. Deepest condolences to him. Yeah, there had some great moments working with Pat at
Sports Phone.
At Sports Phone, and also at ESPN Radio too. When he moved out to Nashville with his lovely wife, and condolences to him and his family.
Very sad.
Yeah, and Howie, you know how I feel about Howie. I mean, I learned so much from him working at Sports Phone, not just in the studio, but seeing him out at games and everything like that. He's become, obviously, over the years, a tremendous friend, and I love being a colleague with him. It was so much fun, and I have so much respect for what he's been able to accomplish. I remember when he first started becoming an official scorer. It was something that he always strived for, and to see where he is, now one of the primary official scorers for the Mets and Yankees, and doing playoff and World Series games, I just could not be happier for him. And just so a lot of great memories. And he wrote that book about Sports Phone. I don't know if you guys saw the book that he wrote with Scott Orgera, and I was very privileged to be part of the book as well, getting some mentions in there. Those were some good times back in the day.
Well, we had some good times over at MCA, and then we did WNWK. We did a few things together with Art Rush Jr. So that was Willie Randolph. So there was so much going on at that time. It was a lot of fun. Have you caught up with Jim Cerny?
Jim and I have not spoken since I left Sports Phone.
Really? Oh,
yeah.
Wow.
We'll just leave it at that.
Okay, no, that's fine. Well, let's start. First of all, where my man is, we do have Sean Browning with us, who's also co-host here on the show. Sean, I'm sorry, but this is
no worries.
Really good idea.
I was gonna say no worries, because you guys are two old friends catching up and interviewing at the same time. So, and hey, I'm just enjoying information.
Yeah, no, really.
Well, Sean, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well.
We're going to start off with our favorite topic, Peter, the New York Yankees. What are you surprised that it's so quiet, free agent wise, trade wise? What do you think in the heart of hearts is going to happen here?
Yeah, I wish I knew the answer to that question. I'm obviously not as connected with the Yankees as I was before, when I covered them a lot. So now I'm just really a fan and just talking about it, once in a blue moon on my podcast, and it shows like this. I'm surprised at how slow it's been, and I think it's a lazy take by a lot of sports talk show hosts, myself included, to say, wow, George is probably rolling over in his grave when he sees how his son and everybody else has been, running the team. But as much as it's a lazy take, in my heart of hearts, I think it's got to be true because, the Yankees just don't operate like the Yankees anymore. It's a whole new ball game, no pun intended. And there were times where George was as infatuated with other teams' free agents as he was with his own free agents. But I just get the feeling that if George was around, Cody Bellinger would not be a free agent anymore right now. He'd be locked up. He would probably, and you can question whether I would have been the right move. He probably would have gone the extra yard to keep Juan Soto with the Yankees. And I'm not saying it was a complete mistake letting him go, but it's just unfortunate that the way that the Yankees operate right now, they just don't operate like the Yankees used to. And I think it was always good for baseball when the Yankees were hated. I mean, I don't really know how hated the Yankees are anymore. Because I don't think teams fear the Yankees anymore because they operate in a completely different way than they did, back in the day. And there's all this conversation going on. I saw somebody tweet the other day, who should the Yankees go after, Cody Bellinger or who should the Yankees sign, Cody Bellinger or Kyle Tucker? And I responded to that person by saying, why don't they just act like the Yankees and sign both of them?
Hey, I mean, I remember the days when
you here in the chat. They'll love you here. I agree. I totally agree with you.
I mean, remember before 2009, they signed, CC Sabathia, and then they signed, AJ Burnett, and then out of nowhere they signed Teixeira. And I remember Mad Dog going on the air one day and just like, why did the Yankees have to get Teixeira too? And I'm like, well, because they wanted him and they signed him.
And I remember when we got Mussina in like 2000, 2001.
Yeah.
And it just came out. No, Mike Mussina is signed with the Yankees.
It just, and here's the thing that just really bothered me when it came out, a couple of weeks ago, for Hal Steinbrenner to suggest the idea that the Yankees could potentially be losing money. I mean, anybody who has been to Yankee Stadium in the last few years, I mean, every game is packed. It's $50 to park your car. It's, expensive to get food. It's expensive you bring your kids to the game. Although I'm kind of lucky in that respect because my wife's a Mets fan, and so my wife got the Mets and I got the Islanders because we had to compromise on the teams for my kids. So my kids are Met fans with my wife. So luckily, when we go to the Yankee games, they don't ask for Yankee stuff because they're Met fans. But a family of four that goes to a game, I mean,
you need the American Express card.
Right. Well, you need to take out another mortgage on your house. So, like, I can't, and with the success that the Yes Network has had, too, I mean, for Hal Steinbrenner to sit there and suggest that the Yankees, might be losing money, come on. I mean, just stop treating everybody like they're morons. And, again, I just wish the Yankees would go back to being the Yankees. And at the end of the day, here's what I think. I think they'll get Cody Bellinger re-signed. I mean, at this point, you're starting to see breadcrumbs that they're getting a little closer. There's still a gap, but I think Cody Bellinger will be a Yankee. I think they'll probably find another pitcher somewhere to be a stopgap until, Cole, Rodon, and Schmidt, all come back. I did like the re-signing of Ryan Yarborough because he did a nice job for the Yankees last year filling in. So I think they'll be fine in that respect. But, it's just when you look at the roster now, I mean, I don't think they're a team that can go to the World Series now. Could they win their division? They probably could win their division. I don't think they were that much worse off than the Blue Jays. I mean, they did finish in a tie with Toronto for the lead. They just lost out on the tiebreaker. And I think if things had gone a little different.
Things have to fall into.
Yeah. But
things have to fall into the right place. There's too many questions.
Yeah, they're
that's the problem.
There's a difference between being a playoff team and a team that you really feel can win a championship. And right now, to me, they're just a team that can make the playoffs. I don't know if they're a team that's built now. Now, they get all those. They get the pitchers back, and they find somebody that can consistently play third base, and if Volpe gets back into form and becomes the shortstop that they think he could be, and if they get the first base position solidified, look, things could fall into place for the Yankees where they could make a run. But right now, if if they went to spring training in Tampa right now, I don't think they're a team that could win the World Series.
No,
No,
I don't either.
I know.
And we're rah-rahing the Yankees on this channel.
Yeah, and I just look. I think you go. The one thing that Yankee fans should never complain about is that when you think about the start of a season, I mean, obviously you always have to be excited because you know the Yankees are always going to be in the mix. They're going to be in the mix to make a playoff spot. They're going to be in the mix to win their division. And obviously, you just go a couple of years back, you know, the fact that they went to the World Series. So they're always going to be relevant. The question now is, based on their history, if you know, what do you want to call Yankee fans spoiled because of the history? And remember, they still haven't won a championship since 2009. But you always feel like going into the season, all right, the Yankees are a playoff team. Now let's see what they can do. Can they get better? Can they make the moves that would put them in position to make a run in the in the postseason and get to the World Series and win it? Right now, I don't think that's the case, but there's still a long way to go before the season starts at the end of March.
Right.
Well, another one of your expertise, Peter, is the Mets. So, what do you are you surprised? No Alonso, no Nimmo, but no bullpen guy. I mean, what's going on over there?
I think that's even more shocking than what's going on with the Yankees right now because you have an owner there and Steve Cohen that, you know, he came in a few years ago flashing that checkbook all over the place. And listen, I don't blame him one iota for writing all those checks. He was trying to change the culture with the Mets, and I think he did it there for a couple of years, especially a couple of years ago when they got to the NLCS before losing to the Dodgers. But you know, he did bring in David Stearns, and maybe David Stearns finally got into his ear that maybe, you know, spending that money is not the way to go. Maybe we need to change it up a little bit. The only thing I would say about, you know, letting Diaz and, you know, McNeil and Alonso go is that, you know, when you have a group that has been together for a while, and I think you see this in a lot of teams and a lot of sports, if that group is together for a while and hasn't won it all, then maybe it is time to change that group up a little bit. And I can just talk more personally about the Islanders too, because, you know, the Islanders went to the NHL's Final Four those back-to-back years in 20 and 21. And then Lou kept that core together. And it just, after those two runs, you started to see that team get a little bit older and a little bit slower. Didn't make the playoffs the first year in the new building, didn't make the playoffs last year. And now you see with the new GM, they're starting to, you know, rip things apart a little bit, tinker with it, get younger, get faster. And I kind of think that's what David Stearns ultimately wants to try and do with the Mets, because he probably looked at this roster and said, yeah, hey, look, you know, they went to the playoffs there a couple of times. They got to the NLCS. And then last year, you know, didn't get the job done, didn't make the playoffs. And, you know, maybe it was time to break up the core a little bit. And I think it might be a little bit of shock to Met fans that this happened. But I thought they should have brought Alonso back. I think he was the one guy that I think that Met fans identified most closely with. Diaz, you know, I guess he felt, you know, once they brought Devin Williams in, maybe he felt a little disrespected. And look, if you can't beat him, you join him. So he goes out to LA, a team that's won 2 straight World Series. So if I was a Met fan, I wouldn't have been too upset about that. But I think the Pete Alonso one really resonates, because even though a couple of years ago it looked like Met fans had turned on him, once he hit that home run against the Brewers, I think the perception of him changed, and he had a good year last year. But I'm kind of surprised overall that Stearns has had Cohen's ear as much to change things as much as they have. I thought they would keep Alonso. I really did. But and now you just, I think you're going to start to see the Mets go in the wrong direction before they go in the right direction, because I think Stearns wants to break this down and build it back up.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Joe.
Well, no, I mean, with the Pete Alonso, I wonder if that low ball from last year's free agency might have, you know, kind of rubbed Pete the wrong way, and that he was going to walk away either way. Or, I mean, because, you know, he was the face of the franchise.
I'm sure that hurt his feelings a lot because he's been very proud to be a Met and has always maintained that he wanted to stay with the Mets. So I'm sure that still hurt him a little bit. And you just knew, even when he agreed to that deal, you just knew he was going to opt out again. But conversely, if you look at it too, he didn't really get the offers he thought he was going to get once he went to free agency. So maybe the Mets were right in that low ball because the market for him wasn't there. Now, obviously, the Orioles felt differently this year. They jumped in with that big offer. But I just think if you were Steve Cohen and you saw how the love affair that the fans had with Pete, I that would be the one thing. Like if I was a Mets fan, that would be the one really thing that would really like upset me because if that was a homegrown Yankee like that, like I probably would have felt the same way if Aaron Judge had left the Yankees.
And he almost did.
Yeah, well, Arson Judge almost did, not Aaron Judge.
Well, I like that. Peter, will you answer a couple of questions from a couple of the fans?
Sure, absolutely.
So Wendy asked, what is your favorite thing you ever reported on?
Wow. I've been pretty blessed to be at a lot of great events. I've covered some Super Bowls, but I think my favorite event that I covered, I would say, was Game 6 of the '96 World Series, and being in the locker room watching the Yankees spray champagne. I would say that's bigger than any Super Bowl I've ever been to. Like to me, nothing will ever be as cool covering as that Game 6. And Joe, I don't know if you were in the building that night, but I was. So I was in the auxiliary press, which was in the upper deck of the old stadium, right behind the plate, and it was the loudest that I ever heard. The old stadium was when Joe Girardi hit the triple off of Maddox, and the upper deck was shaking up and down like this.
Yeah, I know. I felt it.
When Girardi hit that triple, it was the loudest I ever heard the stadium. So I'll go with that. I'll go with Game 6 of the '96 World Series.
Wow. Okay. Kevin asks, he remembers and he has you do a lot with the Islanders. Do you think they have a decent shot this year? And what's wrong with will the Rangers do anything, or do you think they're out of the playoff picture?
I'll touch on the Rangers first. I mean, if they don't get Shesterkin back anytime soon, I don't see how they can make a run. I mean, Jonathan Quick is about as good a backup goalie as you can find in the league, but I don't know if they can survive long term without Shesterkin. So I guess we'll have to wait and see how long he's out. I think the Rangers have to be a little bit disappointed that certain guys on that team just don't pull their weight anymore. Yeah, I think the Adam Fox injury is concerning also because he just came back and now he's back out again. So I think the Rangers certainly have some issues. However, if they get, if they can just tread water, until the trading deadline, until they get some of these guys back, then well, listen, if they get in the playoffs with that goaltending, I think they can make a run. But right now, the Rangers look like they're a mess, without those key players. As far as the Islanders go, I mean, I'm as shocked as anyone as to where they are right now, challenging for first place in the Metro and also in the Eastern Conference. And a lot of it obviously has to do with the enthusiasm injected into this franchise by two people. Number one is the new GM, Matthew Darsh. And number two, obviously, is their 18-year-old phenom defenseman, Matthew Schaefer, who I think we all felt, from watching his tape and learning about him, that he was going to be a really good player. I just don't think we thought he was going to be this good this quickly. I mean, he's barely 18 years old. They drafted him in June. He was 17. And he's just turned 18 in January. And for him to inject that kind of enthusiasm and excitement into this, not just on the ice, but in the building too. I mean, you go to UBS Arena now, and there was a little run there where there weren't a lot of sellouts, but the Islanders have been selling out the building regularly now, and also you walk around the building and you see nothing but Matthew Schaefer jerseys all over the place. So he has been a godsend for the franchise. Now, can they keep this up? I think they'll be in the mix for a playoff spot right till the end, and I thought there might be a point this season where the Islanders become sellers because they've got some aging players that you might feel like, well, if they get jettisoned to another team, maybe they can help somebody else win a Stanley Cup. I don't know if that's going to be the case right now because I think the way the Islanders are playing, if you're Matthew Darsh and you're Islanders ownership and you're in the middle of this playoff run and you've got a goalie like Sorokin, and you've got this team playing so well right now, the Islanders might be buyers and not sellers at the trading deadline. I've heard rumors now that
I agree.
I would have thought at the beginning of the year that a guy like Anders Lee, and he's been a great captain for the Islanders, I thought maybe, if they got a really good offer for him at the deadline, maybe you get something back for him instead of losing him as a free agent. I've heard rumors now that they might be closing in on a 2-year deal with him to keep him in an Islander uniform. So that's how things have changed around. Now, at the end of the year, look, there's still some guys on that team that I think are in their final years as being Islanders because there's some young players that are still on the way that they have to, make some room for. But the Islanders have been such a huge surprise. At this point, I don't look at them as being sellers, at least not during the season, maybe after the season. But I think right now they get to the playoffs with that goaltending, and if they can add another scorer, I would look out for the Islanders in the playoffs.
Listen, if Peter's telling you that, guys, but believe me when I tell you, he knows. He's excellent at all this reporting, and I'm scared to ask you one thing. What about those Jets?
Hey,
Well, I have, as long as you ask me about that, I'm going to just take a moment to, again, publicly apologize to my 2 sons, Bradley and Jared, because the Jets are the only team that my wife and I agreed on. So they were automatically Jet fans. So I go back to within an hour after both of them were born, that my wife was resting, and I was with the nurse and both of them, watching the nurse take care of both of them, and I had that very, very, very special first father-son conversation with both of them. And I apologized to both of them right away. I said, Mommy and Daddy love you very, very much, but I just want to make sure you guys know that we're Jet fans. And they both cried hysterically within moments after I said that to them. So we are obviously very, very upset and frustrated Jet family here. Just to be serious for a second, look, with any organization, the success or failure of a team, I've always felt comes, from the very top. And if you're an owner of a team, you can never guarantee a championship. I always find it comical when the guy buys the team and he stands up in front of in front of the media and they'll say, "We're going to win a championship. We've got a 5-year plan. We're going to win this." I mean, there's no guarantees in sports, especially now with the salary cap. You just don't know. But what you can guarantee your fan base is that you're going to do everything you can to try and build a winner. And I think with the Jets, they have the worst owner in professional sports, Woody Johnson. I mean, the guy is a buffoon. He's a laughing stock, and everything he has done just embarrasses the team. Right. It started with crawling back to the Giants and building MetLife Stadium. I'm like, why didn't you just get away from them and build your own future and just go forward with a stadium somewhere else? And constantly get involved in the football operations and just being a buffoon on social media. It just, I think it starts at the top with him. And I don't think you'd find any of these top coaching candidates would ever want to go work for him. I think there's obviously a reason right away that as soon as he bought the team, Parcells wanted to get out the door. Belichick never wanted to be part of it. And I think a lot of it, I'll say this. I think if Leon Hess had not passed away, Parcells would never have left. He would have passed the baton to Belichick, and I think Belichick would have wound up being the Jets coach. But I think they all saw right away that this guy was bad news. I'm talking about Woody.
Yeah. And what? I mean, I remember with Herm Edwards.
He went dark on us. Hopefully you come back. My next question. Oh, there you are. Go ahead, Sean. You had a question for Pete?
Yeah, sorry, I was getting a phone call and it knocked me off there for a minute.
Oh,
we had that with Tim Witherspoon yesterday, and we were laughing about it. So no worries.
No worry. But no, because I remember as a Jets fan growing up, when we had a good team under Parcells, and then even Herman Edwards, you know, but then that was short lived with Herman Edwards, and you had the curse of the quarterbacks. First Testaverde gets hurt with the Achilles, and then he wasn't the same afterwards. And then Chad Pennington, after that miraculous 2002 run, tears his a rotator cuff in preseason.
Yeah, listen, I think since the time that he bought the team, he's gotten a little lucky with a couple of runs. Because when he first bought the Jets, I mean, there was a good foundation that was set there with Parcells in that group, and he got fortunate with that, and they made a couple of playoff runs there, and then obviously Mangini didn't work out completely, but he did put together another core, and Rex got the benefit of that. But for the most part, it's just been an absolute disaster. They can't find their franchise quarterback for whatever reason. Every move that they've made and just hasn't worked out. And we'll have to see what happens here with the draft having the second pick. Dante Moore, if you see him not declare for the draft after the playoff run is over for Oregon, you just know he doesn't want to be a Jet. And there's a lot of people who are saying that they'll never get players who want to go and play there, the top ones. And you look at the situation now. Aaron Glenn is coming back. Even if the Jets decided now, you know what? Now John Harbaugh is out on the open market. We'll give him a call. He would never come to take the Jets job. Mike McCarthy would never take the Jets job. Kevin Stefanski will have his choice of places to go to, and that's the problem. It's kind of like a black hole for players and coaches. And I think the perception is real. I think it's going to be very, very difficult for the Jets to get out of this because of the guy at the top.
Yeah.
You have a question here from Louis from Brooklyn, and Louis says, "Hey Peter, how you doing? I have a question. God forgive me, but I've been a Jets season ticket holder for almost 30 years, and I just want to ask you: do you think there is any truth with the jinx from Joe Namath? Is there a curse from Joe Namath on this team?"
Nah, I don't believe in that. I don't, because I think it was just incompetence after Super Bowl III. I just don't think there was, for a long time, a competent person running the Jets football operations, and Leon just kept making a lot of unfortunate mistakes with coaching hires, and bringing they should never have fired Walt Michaels. I know Walt Michaels kind of had an unfortunate incident on the airplane on the way home from the AFC Championship game in '82, but I mean, he probably should never have been fired. And Joe Walton had a couple of good years. If you just look at the history since Super Bowl III, it's not that they're jinxed. They've just made the wrong decisions a lot. The only time I ever felt that the Jets were jinxed was when they lost the Browns playoff game, when they were up by 10 with 3.5 minutes to go. And when they lost that game, I kind of felt like they were jinxed at that point. But I think everything else is not because of any kind of jinx or anything. I just think they've been generally a very incompetent sports franchise.
Yeah.
Wow. No, you're right.
Well,
And what about the Giants? Do you think Harbaugh might go to the Giants?
I think he's probably who the Giants are going to focus on right now. The Giants have a couple of good options here. I think when Harbaugh comes up now in conversation, they're going to try to get an interview with him. I don't think Harbaugh is doing any interviews until next week. But Harbaugh would obviously be your number one target. But I also think, Kevin Stefanski, even though he comes from another horrible organization like the Browns, he's a two-time coach of the year with a terrible franchise. So if you're looking,
did get him to
I'm sorry?
He did get him to the playoffs with Joe Flacco. So man Joe.
So I mean, to me, he's like, and he's plus obviously, younger than John Harbaugh. So maybe, and sometimes these guys, when they get their second job, it's the right move. For Belichick, it was. He had the first job with the Browns, it didn't work out, and he went to the Patriots, and obviously we saw what happened. And sometimes it's that second job that that works out. And if I'm the Giants, I go after Harbaugh. If he doesn't want the job, I think Stefanski's a great landing spot for them. And I also think somewhere down the road out there, and I haven't heard his name linked to the Giants, but I do think at some point Matt Nagy's got to get another shot here. He was a coach of the year with the Bears, and he did it with Mitch Trubisky, and he never really got to get his own quarterback in there. But and then he wound up losing that job. But he's obviously got a great background, with the Chiefs, learning under Andy Reid. So at some point he'll be in the mix for a head coaching job too. But I think the Giants are in a really good spot here. I think they go after Harbaugh, and if they don't get him, I think Stefanski. I'm not as high on Mike McCarthy as maybe some other people are. So if I'm the Giants, it's Harbaugh and it's Stefanski, and hopefully you get one of those two.
I guess I was surprised with Harbaugh being fired by the Ravens. I thought maybe they would have mutually split ways or something, but
right.
Yeah. I mean, 18 years and he's been successful.
Probably got another phone call. He's a busy man. No question about that. Let's see. Hopefully he'll come back. There he is. The busy man.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, don't be sorry. Listen, this happened. No problem at all. There's a quick question from Wendy. She says, I've been a Detroit Lions fan for a very long time. What do you think they need to get to the Super Bowl?
I think they just have to stay the course. I mean, they obviously had that great run last year, and sometimes when you have a team that makes that great run and they're a young team with a new coach, sometimes you have to take that step backwards to go forwards again. So if I'm the Lions, I just stay the course. They've got a good thing going there with a good coach and a good roster. Obviously, things did not go their way this year, but I think they're on the right track, and that's a pretty good setup they've got there in Detroit. Listen, I'd sign on the dotted line for what the Lions have done the last couple of years if I was a Jet fan.
Oh, wow.
We have some breaking news here. The Dolphins just fired their head coach, Mike McDaniel, and that's coming from Nitin Sports Rush.
And I guess ESPN sources reported, so you probably Schefter and those guys.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
I mean, I'm not surprised. The only thing I'm surprised about is that it took 3 days. I mean, I thought that would happen back on Monday.
Yeah.
But that's going to be another interesting opening now for some of these guys that are on the open market right now, because if you believe in Tua or whatever, or look, Dolphins are a historic franchise in the NFL, so that I could see a Mike McCarthy winding up in Miami, because I don't know if he'll be a top candidate for the Giants job. I mean, I could see where Mike McCarthy wants to go down to Miami, and he's done wonders with quarterbacks before. Maybe that's a job he looks at and says, you know what, I can get a lot out of Tua. So I'm wondering if that might be the connection there, if the Dolphins go in that direction.
Well,
Yeah,
Peter,
then,
I'm sorry, Sean. I know you're going to get ready for your show and everything. Do have a little surprise for you, though, before you go. I know you're on a little bit of time span, but we're going to bring up an old friend of yours. Here we go. There he is.
There's Nathan.
What's up, Peter? How you doing?
I'm doing good. Thank you for hooking this up today.
Oh, no problem. And shout out to no one brought up your son, but shout out to your son, Bradley. He's doing a great job as a football player. I just want to shout out his son out there real quick. And he's a long snapper. He's playing for he's looking for other opportunities now in college, but there's a highlight film on our page, so go check it out. Bradley Schwartz, man, good football player, great talent out there, and I'm glad to help out your son and in any way to get opportunities. And Peter, I just want to say thank you for all the thank you for saying congrats to my new I'm now the vice president and partner for Nation Best Football and the NIL branding deals. So thank you for reaching out for that. And obviously, Always great. We're being connected with you. Peter is the best. He's a legend, and obviously he's been around a long time in the sports world. So great to be connected with Peter Schwartz, and he's one of the best in my opinion. So
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. I don't know about legend. But I appreciate the compliment.
oh,
As Captain Lou Albano always said, he's a legend in his own mind. No,
Yes. Well, I've
But,
never had rubber bands coming out of my face.
there you go. One
Right.
quick thing, just say something about your podcast again before you go, Peter.
Oh, thanks, Joe. So I do Sports Bash on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 1:00. You can find it on the Governor's Comedy Club podcast, YouTube and Facebook pages. And so that's what we do now, Tuesdays and Thursdays, 1:00. So we've been having a pretty good run of guests on the show. We take phone calls, just, kind of like this show too. So excited about that and excited about growing that podcast into a 5-day-a-week thing, hopefully some point here in 2026.
That's great. And we definitely would, without a doubt, Peter, we got to talk.
Yeah.
Especially with the hockey playoff, the Super Bowl, with all things coming on.
Mhm.
Whenever you have some time, Peter, you got carte blanche here. You've always been a tremendous friend and colleague, and you're the best. And
Thank you.
Between you and Howie Carpin, you can't get any better than that. You really, I'm serious. Not because I work with these guys. They are what they are, and that is supreme. You've got the top of the crop here, and then you have Nitin and Sean and everybody else, and it's just amazing. I feel very blessed. I'm a little small potato, but all I can say is I'm very, very, very excited.
And like I said, guys, everyone in the chat, everybody outside looking, please keep an eye on Bradley Schwartz. Peter, I'm telling you right now, your son. We looked at the highlight film. Great talent. I hope he gets another opportunity. And if you need, like I said, we're in here to help your son and to grow even more as a player.
Thank you. Yeah.
If you have any info, send it to me, and we'll put it on our community.
Appreciate that. Yeah, we're proud of his accomplishments, and he's looking for a really great landing place, and I'm sure he's going to find it here very soon.
Yeah.
Well, God bless him, and God bless your family, Peter. And it's an honor and a privilege to meet up with you again. And if we could do anything together, I am really all for it. I really am.
I'll make the big three happen again for you guys with Howie Carpenter, Peter, and Joe.
Yeah, that would be nice. Guys, thank you. Happy New Year, and thanks for having me on.
Happy New Year, Peter.
Same to you, and we're looking forward to your podcast at 1:00.
Thanks.
You take care. Have a great day.
See you, Peter.
Yeah, God bless you. Take care. Well, that was Peter Schwartz, everybody.
Great
I
job.
told you he was a great guy. I'm sorry. I know Ken had a very, very good question about the 96 Yankees. Ken, I promise you I will ask Peter about that and get a response. That was a great question.
Yeah,
But
send me that question. I'll send that I'll send it to Peter right now.
yes, please.
Where
You
is
want me
it?
to put it on the screen?
Yeah, can you cop? Okay, yeah. Let me do this. Let me Ken, I'll do this. I'll text this thing to you. I'll text it to him. Hold on.
Yeah, and again, I apologize, Ken. When I was about to put it on, I got word that he really, really needed to leave. So, but we will definitely get this out to him. I promise you that, and we will have him back, Ken. And I thank you.
Yeah,
Thank everybody. Really, you guys were awesome.
Man.
God bless you. You got it, or you want? Can I take it off?
I sent it to him. Yep.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, no, that was a great interview. I mean, Peter was awesome.
Oh, I love Peter. Peter's the best. He really is good. I'm looking forward to listening to him at 1:00.
Yep.
He's got some good perspective.
Sports
And
Bash Media. Go check out, guys. Sports Bash Media.
yeah, on Facebook.
Yes.
So that's awesome.
So I can't believe Dolphins finally fired their head coach, Mike McDaniel. That was crazy.
Yeah, but like Peter said, I thought that was a long time coming, but I don't know. I was just surprised it took 3 days after you fire the or a while after the GM. Usually, sometimes they'll fire both the GM and the coach at the same time.
Yeah. Wendy got a kick out of me saying I'm very small potatoes. Yeah, well, I mean, next with Peter, with all the years and the knowledge he's got, continuous, along with Howie Carpin, there's like no way you can compete with that. You're looking at 100 years, almost 100 years worth of knowledge.
If I can
And
make that big three, you got to buy Joe. You got to buy me a rosé bottle if I can make that big three happen for you guys.
the what?
You got to buy me a rosé bottle if I make the big three happen for you guys.
Well, yeah, I could do that, or I can make you a wonderful Italian meal.
Okay, Italian meal, better.
You're more than welcome anytime. You know where I live.
Of Nathan's choosing.
Wait, what?
Of Nathan's choosing. He gets to choose the Italian meal.
With Tiffany Stratton on the side.
Yeah, that's what I figured. That's what I figured he wanted. No question about it. So, but no, it was a great interview, and you can conduct an interview with the phone, and it's just sometimes it could get a little hairy, and he may not hear us on exact time, but it can be done. So if anybody has a problem with their computer, don't be afraid to come on the show, with your phone, because it works just as good. You may get a twinge here and there, because when I was seeing the twinge, I thought there was something wrong. But when I checked my data, the data is like off the wall. We're so connected great here right now. There's no way anything could be wrong.
Joe, guess what? You ready for this?
Go ahead.
WWE Raw is coming to Madison Square Garden March 30th.
That's the way. That's what I want to hear.
Yes.
That's where we're going.
Man, I was hoping.
My team and I will try and get some special things done for you guys. Stay tuned. Let's see what we can do.
Oh, I hope so. Yeah, if you can get us in there, that would be great, Nathan. And I mean that. Work on that, please. That would be amazing. Oh, you'll get all the Italian dinners you want.
Okay. Wait, what? All the what?
All the
Italian dinner.
All right.
Not only will I cook, but my sister-in-law will cook, my niece will cook, everybody will cook. Sean will cook. You'll forget about it.
My team and I will work on it for you guys. So stay tuned.
Let's go WWE. Let's go Chris Jericho. He's coming for the Royal Rumble, which we're going to be doing live.
The Royal Rumble. Where's the Royal Rumble this year?
Not the Royal Rumble. I'm so the Royal Rumble. What am I saying?
No, where is that? Where is that at?
It's not here. I forgot where it is, but we're going to be doing it live simulcast with TJ.
Yeah. So March 30th. WWE Raw is coming to Madison. So this Square Garden. This is Road to WrestleMania.
Right.
Oh yeah.
WrestleMania's going to be in Las Vegas.
Yeah. So, I would love to have an interview with Undertaker.
You, the Undertaker, rest in peace. It's awesome.
In peace.
Yeah. But also, I love this intro, especially when they would do the death toll.
Boing, boing,
boing. Yeah. The church bell song.
It's just scary, like, ugh.
Yeah. Especially remember when he would rise out of the coffin.
Oh, that is awful. Can you imagine? Why would anybody in their right mind want to be in a coffin? Eventually, we're all going to get there, but we don't want to be there. Oh man, I don't care if you pay me $1 million. I don't want to sleep in there. Come on. No, but I guess obviously it's all in fun. Sometimes they put it on fire. Oh my God, what they've done in the WWE is crazy. But for the rest of the day, everyone, we'll give you shorts, and we'll let you know if there's anything going on for later on tonight.
Hey guys, and also tonight's our Job in the Mouth show.
Yes,
7:30. So.
Yep, and you're gonna have Witherspoon on, right?
Yep.
Just make sure Nathan stay on top of it, because he may forget.
No, I know.
Yeah, and we'll definitely rah and say hello to you guys later on. But we'll let you know, guys, if there's any breaking Yankee news. We will be here. Otherwise, tomorrow morning, don't forget, come back at 9:30 as we'll have one of the best play-by-play, if not the best in the East Coast anyway. Iron Eagle will be here, and I'm very honored to be interviewing. We're very honored to be interviewing him. Thanks to Nitin and the Sports Rush and his team. So we're very, very excited about that. Please come back and join us as the guests. Just keep on coming. Keep on coming.
Guys, stay tuned. My team and I have more coming, so stay tuned.
Can't wait. Cannot wait. You guys are the. Oh, and also don't forget, tomorrow night is our basketball show with Nitin and Chef Nick and Evan. Did Evan say he's on, or we have to fill in? We have step in.
I don't know. I got to reach out to Evan.
Yeah. Sean Browning, are you available in case?
Yeah, Sean, are you available Friday night just in case too for the NBA?
Yeah, for right now, unless something drastically happens. But yeah, I'll let you know if something happens. But I'll be available.
Okay, I'm gonna make the link for 8 o'clock, guys, and I'll do a short on it. But everybody attend to it because obviously there's a lot. They're going to be talking about that big trade. They're going to be talking about the Knicks. The Knicks may be back in the winning ways again. So there's a lot going on there. And we will give you updates on the wrestling extravaganzas that we're going to be doing.
You know, the funny thing I don't get is, which we'll talk more about the trade in the show. I'll give you guys I don't know why Trey Wong wanted to go to the Wizards because if you think about it, the Hawks have a better record than the Wizards right now. The Wizards are 10-26. The Hawks are 18-21.
Could it be prelude to another trade to the Knicks?
No, I don't know. Let's see. But we'll talk more about it. NBA show.
It could be a trade to the Knicks.
Yeah, let's see.
That's right.
Yeah.
You never know. But so everyone, thank you so much for being here. Peter was great, and I hope he enjoyed it as much as we did. And don't forget, go to Peter's at 1 o'clock. And if we hear anything on the Yankees or something close to it, don't worry. We'll be back right here live to talk to you. Otherwise, we will see you either later or tomorrow morning at 9:30. God bless you. God bless America. Let's go Yankees. Stay healthy, everyone. We love each and every one of you. Subscribe. And as you're leaving, please press that like button. We'll see you later, guys. More than likely, one way or the other. We love you. Take care. Thanks, guys. Great day.